Fortunately, the burger... yeah. It's a good way to open any episode. Fortunately, the burger playthrough is going to be a slightly shorter episode of 20 minutes. So we have our jobs. We have all of our little talk by the water backstory. And now it's time to go to the canal, use that key, and fucking go save the goddamn world.
I like that you can open a giant fucking, like, gate.
Yeah.
With a key. Just like, alright,
Just
turn it.
Yeah. It's like a tiny little house key. You just click. But we're in Tarnation, you get that house key.
Man, that's a good burger.
Mm-hmm.
Burger. Yeah, you gotta deal with this. We're eating burgers.
Mm-hmm. Burgercast 99. You get to control the boat here, by the way. As if it were a sprite. It even has a sprint. Come on.
You're all... The boat is in battle with you.
These are called sockers, and I cannot make sense of that name.
It'd be great though if like your boat had a battle sprite and was like doing boat attacks. Half mast.
Oh my god. There we go. Boat sprint.
What moves would a boat have?
Half mast.
Full sail?
It, let's see. I'm trying to think of boxing terms. You have like a haymaker, so... Well, I don't know. Something like port and starboard.
Yeah. Poop deck.
Mm-hmm.
The poop deck shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Always this fucking series and their fucking whirlpools, man.
With the big monsters that come out of them.
I'm Steve Levitan. Have you seen my shows? Then the, you know, if you've been watching these, you might get that. I don't know if that audio is lost or not, but I'll keep making that joke as long as there's a Leviathan or a Leviathan.
Nope. Fortunately, Steve Levitan made an appearance in one of the first 5 episodes. Hydra, you gotta save us for some reason.
So this is a Hydra-powered boat, right? That's why, because there's no wind?
Uh-huh.
Don't Hydras have more heads?
Traditionally, yes. Well, I say traditionally, but the only Hydra I'm aware of is the one Hercules fought. But that is the most famous Hydra. So normally
Karl Boss? What are we gonna name this boss?
Carl.
My name's Karl Boss.
I wonder if it's supposed to be like Coral?
If it is, that's a good translation photo. Good localization.
Yeah, Karl Boss.
My name is Karl Boss.
And then because all my characters have the attack power of monks, they just beat the shit out of it. This motherfucker jumped on the boat like he was gonna start something.
No one fucks with Karl. Oh shit, except you guys.
And the boat was just filled with those pissed off people who look for street fights.
Yeah, is this Levitan again?
That's Hydra.
Oh.
Hydra sacrificed itself to get us past the whirlpool.
Dude, Hydra is huge.
Mm-hmm. Except when it's not. Because again, scale is weird.
I like how she named her Hydra. Just like, Hydra.
Right, that's the thing. It's not a Hydra. She just named it Hydra. Hey, maybe it's actually just... I don't know. What's a sea monster that I know of?
It looks like it's just like chilling in a hot tub. Like, okay, Karl Boss jumps on the boat, and we fucked him up real quick. So...
Karl Boss and his wonderful clothing line.
But the whirlpool is still active, and so the only way for Hydra to save us was to no longer tug on the boat to power it, but to get swallowed up.
I guess. I don't know. Burgercast 99. They're so professional.
So let's talk about these burgers. I think it's like a pork burger with
Yeah,
I
believe it's pork. I believe it's what Ethel was buying all night.
Is there lemongrass in there? Or
Might be lemongrass. It's very good.
And some sriracha mayo?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's lemongrass, which is up on my spice poster.
Oh yeah, I love lemongrass. When I first started using lemongrass, it was when we lived on 87th.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go to Fred Meyer and get it, and it was like, you know, a more, at least for then, I was like, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive of an item. And then I went to the Asian little market that was between the duplex and the Fred Meyer, and they had lemongrass that was just dirt cheap. And I was like, what? Why, Fred Meyer? You're like 2 feet away from this fucking other place. They have to be getting the same lemongrass. Just one of those things. Like, you want this, it's different, so we're gonna charge you more.
I adored that little market.
I love that market.
Yeah.
I miss that little market.
Like, when we eventually go back to visit Portland, I kind of just want to take a little trip back down to Southeast and just look at the I just want to go in that market, basically.
I just want to get some of their sesame balls, man. That was the best sesame balls. I'd always go in there, and I'd get I'd get like a soy milk in a can, and I'd get like a banh mi, because they were dirt cheap too, and then sesame balls. And I'd spend like all of $5, and I'd have
great.
a banh mi, a can of soy milk, and sesame balls.
I do miss how comparatively affordable Portland was to Seattle.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy Seattle more after having lived here for a while. Mm-hmm. But I didn't realize there are things about Portland that I miss.
Yeah.
But when I was with Amtrak, I got to go back to Portland a couple of times and realize there are very real reasons why I didn't want to stay there. And I use that to keep myself in check when I'm like, man, maybe I should just go back to Portland if I can find a job down there.
Yeah.
Which I'll always keep in my hip pocket. Because if I find a county listing or something, I'm that's a good job.
Yeah.
And shit's not working out up here.
That's what I like where I'm at too. It's like I did like some things, but then when I go and visit, I'm like, yeah, but there are a lot of things I don't like.
There are a lot of things I don't like, but I bet I could ignore it well enough.
Yeah. If the company that I'm working for, I'm like, yeah, if they ever open up a Portland location, and they're like, anyone want to move down there and manage it? I'd be like, maybe. How much are you gonna pay me?
If Trump comes a knocking and has a problem with my job, I'm certainly gonna cast my job net down to Portland.
You fired right now. I don't know what you do, but no more.
Meh, meh, meh. That's my impression of Trump. Meh. Poop.
That's it. My name is Trump and poop. 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 Sir, did you just say... would you just say poop?
Poop.
Why are you saying poop? Do you have to poop, Mr. President? No. Tremendous poop. I have tremendous poop. I got poop. I got this hat.
What? I got this hat. I got this hat.
Because of his stupid hat?
I know, because of his stupid hats.
Oh my god. Oh, good.
A short cake.
Whoa, lumber beast.
Fortunately, it goes down pretty easy, but still.
He's like showing you his backside. He's like,
What
"What
do you
guys?"
think of this? I've been doing a lot of upright rows lately.
I'm practicing for bodybuilding. Can I show you my poses?
Look at the psycho heads. That one tongue they share. Imagine that thing screaming at you in the dark.
I don't know where it's starting.
That fucking Judas Priest album cover. Psycho Head sounds like a Judas Priest album.
Oh man. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, so we just spend a lot of time walking through water, so they're all soaked.
I really like this set. I really like this.
Oh yeah, it's a nice spooky boat.
And the fact that they're stranded, you know, without the wind,
and that they're in the graveyard where boats just wash up. That makes sense. You know, oceans have currents, and they just go places. And Raina's like, "Don't peek. I'm gonna change into the clothes I don't have."
What are they doing? Oh, it's starting to fire. I see.
Yeah. And they're just gonna make a big naked man pile, apparently.
There's only one way to keep warm. But I just started a fire. Big naked man pile. Galoof, I just made a...
We have a fire.
There's no wind. It's not chilly.
And here's the thing, even if Ferris is still male, forcefully undressing him would possibly still be sexual assault.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Right? I think that would still be sexual assault.
You're undressing a person without their consent. I'm pretty sure you're in the wrong.
Yeah. And now we're realizing Ferris is a woman. Tire me, private shame. But she's very straightforward about why she hid it. In a way that you're like, yeah, I can't argue with that.
You gotta look into the fire to tell the story. But alas, I like to imagine she's like putting a lot of effort into this pirate accent too, like more than necessary.
Yeah, but pirates ain't the most open-minded lot for taking women seriously.
They're open to all sorts of other stuff. I mean,
sodomy, yeah, sour sodomy.
Oh man, sour sodomy.
I love how she pronounces woman.
Man.
Yeah.
Like it's so foreign to her.
Yeah.
Like I haven't said it in so long. Woo, woman. Just hops into bed.
Just jumps into bed.
Well, that was it. That was my touchy story. Swoo.
This game, to its credit, is a bit more forward-thinking about gender politics, it seems. Although, frankly, they don't address it very often. They just have this little exchange here, and they're cool with it.
What?
I think Galoof was supposed to fall out of bed there. You can only do so much with the sprites, but they do the best. Still seems more like a man to me.
But that doesn't explain his boner.
And they're just like, deal with it. Ferris is Ferris. And they yell at an old man for not being woke.
It's like it doesn't matter what gender, it's just Ferris. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I don't get it. So I probably will never get it, and then I'll die. So it won't matter.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. I'm not certain that's progressive, but oh well. It's better than nothing. I'll take it.
It's the best when the shitty old people just die.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? You're too shitty and old to change, but you're gonna die soon.
One day you're just gonna be dead.
That'll be cool.
Like there had to have been a generation that was putting up with some very butthurt Confederate losers, right? Who just hardcore really just wanted to enslave black people. And that younger generation was like, man, one day you're all going to be dead. That's going to be good. And then they all died. And they went, this is good. We still have a lot of progress to make, but at least those people are gone.
Still have a lot of progress to make because before you died, you taught your children how to be shitty like you. So we just gotta...
You taught your children how to be shitty like you, so we gotta wait for them to die. You enacted a bunch of laws that can only be changed once the Supreme Court you elected dies. That's the most fucked up thing about the Supreme Court to me, is that a president will, choose someone to serve on the Supreme Court, and that person can be on there for 40 or 50 years.
Yeah.
Until they fucking die. So, Supreme Court nominee now can be making laws that will affect our grandchildren.
Why is everybody so old?
I don't know.
Like why? Like look at fucking President.
So old.
Like President Handsome Face of Canada is like not old. Like why do we have to have old people all the time running shit? Like they're just fucking afraid of. It's like just stop.
To the point where Obama was comparatively baby-faced.
Yeah. It's like shit. Just
Obama at the end of his presidency still looked younger than almost any other candidate.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And Obama looks like an old man now.
Like
even though he's like 50.
What's the
He's younger than my dad.
What's the entry? Like 35?
Like 35 or 36.
Like why even fucking bother putting it there if no one even near there is gonna get elected?
Just make it 50. You know what? Make it like a retirement community. 55. that's on the application form you need to fill out when you apply to be president. Oh, did you see that a few weeks ago Cards Against Humanity was hiring a CEO, but the requirements were very specifically you need to be Barack Obama?
I didn't see that.
Like, none of them just say Barack Obama, but they're like, like at least 4 years experience as the head of a major nation or above, and the first black editor of some paper.
Like Harvard Law.
Harvard Law, and all this stuff, which is like, that's just Obama.
It'd be cool if he did. He's like, well, fuck it. I got nothing else going on.
I'm Barack. I'm just gonna smoke and have loud, sloppy sex with my wife, Michelle.
And she's like,
She's super fit now. She's more fit than when we came into the White House, because she was a responsible first lady. Really seemed to enjoy the position.
What was like Obama up to? Like windsurfing or something?
He was like windsurfing and wearing a hat,
like living it the fuck up.
Yeah.
And he's just big old smile.
I like to imagine him walking away from the White House and tearing his suit in half, and he just has on like the Hawaiian dad shirt and the Hawaiian dad pants, and he just gives the finger to the White House as he climbs into a boat and just tears ass into international water to do whatever he wants.
Dude, what the fuck is Galoof tripping on right now? And
everyone's tripping because the siren is showing them visions of their loved ones. So it's Ferris and Raina's dad. It's Butts' mom. And she's showing this character to Galoof. But because Galoof doesn't have his memory, it's not having any effect on him, because he's like, who is this?
I wish instead of just amnesia, he was just crazy old man. And so, like, no mind games worked on him, because he was, like, basically, like,
his mind
falls.
his mind is just empty
like that.
Or a mess.
What's the guy?
Old Man McLucket.
Yeah. Just like that kind of character. Mm-hmm. That siren is much taller than everything else.
Bedazzled, open your eyes. I was punching him in the kidneys.
Slap?
Basically,
yeah.
A hard slap.
Slap the
Oh,
woman
no.
now.
Well, I guess it's got to be done. I don't mind slapping you so much, because I am an old, shitty man. And I think of you as a man. It's unclear if Ferris thinks of himself as a man, or if it's just an act. So their actual pronoun is something I'm not clear on. I believe they refer to Ferris as either she or just by her name.
It just said her.
Yeah. Okay.
It just said Ferris opened her eyes, but who knows? Get ready.
Are you ready? 20% skill, 15% concentrated. I forget how the song goes. It was a song people liked for a while when Fort Minor was around.
What was it?
A song by Fort Minor where it starts off them yelling like, "Are you ready?" And then he starts reading off what percent of what goes into being successful.
That sounds like a dumb song.
It wasn't the best song Fort Minor put out.
I don't even know, what is Fort Minor?
Fort Minor was basically the solo project of the rapper from Linkin Park. He put out some pretty good music under Fort Minor, but some of it's pretty not good. Not good at all.
He was like, I can make lightning hit twice. No, I can't. No.
Oh, God. That boss, by the way, has multiple phases. She's supposed to shift in, like, an undead phase where suddenly she's only susceptible to magic, and she's casting... I just tore her apart. I just used my mitts and ground her into undead dust.
That's a bait.
Zombie dust.
Just, like, not allowing the boss to just do what it's supposed to do.
It's not fair.
Pshaw.
Oh, I got to slap you guys. That's my reward.
But my little bit of sexism and ageism really helped me out because it was so easy and good to slap you.
See? Ageism and sexism saved the day.
Hooray, it did!
That's the end. Teach that moral to your kids.
And Butts is like, huh.
It's like when the very racist person catches someone who actually was going to commit an act of terrorism. You see? You see?